Hi guys, and welcome to my 5 recommended emotional romantic reads. This was supposed to be out last Friday and I feel so bad. But just had so much going on in work at the beginning of February and feel a bit better now, a bit more balanced. And so I didn't get this up, but hopefully I get this up this last week of February. And then the very last one as well will be YA favorites. First one is 10 Tiny Breaths by K.A. Tucker. I've recommended these books before in my wrap-ups. I really enjoyed them, and this is a series. This is the first in series. I read the first 2. Those 2 are really, really good. Highly emotional read. There's a lot going on in this story. It is about a young girl who has a younger sister, and her sister had issues, and so she moved them away from the family because her sister was like being sexually assaulted, and she kind of has to take everything on her own. And she isn't a high school graduate even at this point, and she's trying to get her sister through high school and into college, and she has no money, no place to go. So she ends up at a place, she's scraped together enough money, so she ends up at a place that's quite dodgy, but there are a lot of people kind of there that help her out and kind of get through stuff. And then there's another guy who's been through a lot as well. That's brought onto the scene, and she also lost her parents, lost her best friend, lost her boyfriend, all in a car wreck. So she's been through a lot. It's highly emotional. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with the guys she meets, the people she works with. There's a lot going on with them. So this is definitely more pulled out for her. K.A. Tucker usually writes more it'll have an emotional theme, but not a heavily emotional. And I feel like these books are a lot more heavier for her. They're not the heaviest. They're not tearjerkers constantly, but they're pretty heavy for her. And I absolutely love her writing. And it's a fun series. It's one of the first series I think she wrote, and I'd recommend it. The next one is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I think this is one of my favorites, and I try not to pull any from my favorites, but I had to put it on for emotional because I don't think I've ever done an emotional recommends before. So this one is it is like a tearjerker, constantly. It is so sad, and it's about domestic violence and a girl who lived with it, and she has to end it at a period with somebody she just is completely in love with, and you're torn between these 2 guys in the story, and it's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Oh, you'd be prepared to be ripped your heart out. That's what it felt like. It is, it's bad. Okay. The next one is, could have been in my steamy reads, because it is definitely a steamy read, and it is not YA because they're steamy reads, but they are about younger people, and it's Paper Princess. It's by Erin. She kind of writes kind of highly emotional, younger people YA, and she's kind of explicit. So there's definitely a steamy read here. This one is probably the steamiest read, and it is about a young girl who gets adopted into a family, and she kind of has no place to go, and the boys are kind of mean to her. But it's kind of emotional from her background and the stuff that's brought in, and what people think of her in this new wealthy environment. She's brought into a wealthy environment and was never in one before. People kind of look down on her a lot for what she did before this, before she was brought into this family. This family isn't quite nice to her, but the dad is, and he's the one it's his friend, and he's just trying to take care of his friend's daughter, and it's a lot. But they read so quickly. These are some of the quickest reads I have ever read in my life. I think it's a trilogy, and then the offshoot of those are really good as well. I've loved everything I've read by Erin, so can't recommend it enough. The next one is November 9th by Colleen Hoover, which I really liked as well. Highly emotional. It is one of those one-day stories, so when people meet up one day a year, and it was one of the best one-day stories I've ever read, if not the best, and you don't think she's going to top it every year, but every year is a bigger and a bigger tearjerker. It's pretty bad, but it is a romantic, so this is romantic emotional, so it is romance overall, but yeah, things escalate, it gets emotional, and it gets drama. This one is more dramatic than the other ones, where the other ones people are going through things a lot more. This one, the drama happens, but it's definitely a lot. It's a lot more intense than normal drama in normal books. And then the last one is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. She is like the tearjerker queen and emotional romance queen. She does an amazing job. This is just one of the books I love by her. But One True Loves is about emotional romance. She's very good at it. This one is about deciding between two people, like somebody who you've lived with so long and meeting somebody new, and somebody who you've like broken up, and then you meet somebody new and deciding what you really want in life and what you want for your future and ultimately your husband. So it's a lot emotionally. It's one of the first books I read by her, so I think it is the first book I read by her, so I had to put this one on the list. There are two other ones, Maybe in Another Life, and there's so many other ones that she does, but I put those on my top 10 romances of the year, so I'll put that link up below, and so I didn't want to add those in, but they're also highly emotional reads. Check her out if you haven't. I know you've heard of her because she wrote really big books last year, Daisy Jones and the Six, and the year before, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Those ones I wouldn't say are hugely emotional romance. They're more about the person and story and narration, and those ones are completely different books to me. Then these ones are very personal romance emotional books. So I thought they hit it like a T. And those are all, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you guys next time. Bye.